Stroitheim. My Russian is terrible. Andy Lendy on the Jaina. Sebkaya on the Tyrande. Hydra on the Uther. BKB playing the Warrior as he always has done, playing the Tyrael. And Unstable again on the ranged assassin, this time Falstad.
And on the left-hand side, in the blue trunks, it will be Sailor Senshi. And starting in the bot lane, it is going to be Mishko on the Sylvanas. Lunan is playing the Rhaegar. Fiat, I believe that is how that's pronounced, is on the Vala. Art is on the Tassadar. That's just a great name, just Art. And it is going to be Casta on the Chen. Also a great name.
Is it Costa or Casta?
Casta, it's an A.
No, it's an O, mate.
No, it isn't. It's an O.
It's Costa Coffee.
Yeah, Costa. I would prefer
They are
Casta.
being very patient up here.
They really are. There's the stun. They get it down. There's the vulnerable. Blizzard comes down, and Chen is dead. They need to push this lane super hard now to try and make it so that those minions die on tower. However, they did miss almost all of mid lane. Oh my god.
But I mean, like 3 minions at this stage isn't enough when they've got the kill.
They make it 3 for an entire lane, but it doesn't look like they do. It looks like the majority of the minions in top lane will actually survive for when Chen gets back. So they're actually coming out of this a little bit behind the XP, but they get the kill, so that'll even it up.
As now they're just roaming straight down to this bot lane.
Oh, nope, didn't get
the only one they can get onto is Rhaegar here, and they land it. The vulnerable coming down, followed by the kind of cold and Blizzard. So much burst in such a short space of time, and there it is.
Comp is brutal. Absolute gank potential just coming in here all the time. Tyrael is grabbing the top shrine. Bottom shrine has already been grabbed as well. Jaina looking to try and grab the Dragon Knight. Art is here to deny, doing exactly what I said before. Sebkaya trying to body block, gets the stun, and that's enough! Art is going to die for this as well. He throws a Dimensional Shift down. An auto from the Dragon Knight will be able to finish him off here, but Andy Lendy not paying attention. The fire and the auto attack from Sebkaya gets him though. Fire for vision, Sebkaya for kill. Very nice there out of ArthasS, and they're going to push in this mid lane.
They are indeed, as these two towers going to go down, and then we'll probably see Lendy rotate towards maybe top or bot. They don't really want to push this mid lane too much just yet. And it looks like he's going to stay around for some XP. They are, however, going down into this bot lane. They land one stun onto Mishko and the vulnerable, followed by the Uther stun.
Nope.
Oh.
Not able to finish. Not able to finish off. Lightning Rod was used on Lunan, so not able to finish off Mishko. Does take a bit of damage there from the Hammerang. Andy Lendy gonna be backing up here. There's the far sight coming out of Rhaegar just to get some vision. Andy Lendy just getting a little bit more harassed, very nearly putting himself in danger, but able to get out pretty safely.
Yep, as we have Tyrael on BKB again, just sitting in this brush, regenning some HP. As he now goes to try and trade. Brush.
I know, but you missed out the R the
bush.
first time. That's why you changed it to bush.
Yeah.
I like bush though. That's quite good. Combining the two. Come on, guys. Let's hide in the bush. Yeah. It sounds cool.
Classic Fnatic bush tactic. Mishko though, he's going to be using his shadows to get out of that one. Lunan taking a lot of damage. Healing Ward is down behind them, however. So they are getting healed up somewhat. But Lendy having to back away from this one is not going to tap the well. Unstable will actually recall here.
Hungering arrow hits
Chen went down in the top lane, however.
Yep, Chen very much ganged up on there in that top lane. Interesting talent choice here coming out of Jaina. She is in fact going for that Frostbolt talent, instead of the Envenom. Tyrael sticking with the entire Smite build. Mishko will be able to back away here. Andy Lendy's so close to being in range of that shot, but is able to be out. Chen also with a talent that makes a lot of sense. So a lot of times you will see the swift reflexes coming in from Chen on his level 4, which allows him to dodge auto attacks. This time though, going with the amplified healing, which makes a lot of sense considering the fact he does have a regular healer in the form of Rhaegar, but he has 2 healing ward slash totems, one from the Rhaegar, the healing totem, and the healing ward from Tassadar, so there's more chance of him getting constant healing.
Yeah, whilst in that, or whilst drinking brew as well, just drop a healing ward down on top. Not only does he get that massive shield, but he gets amplified healing. Just be so hard to deal with.
Yeah, the amplified healing also works on health regen, so he's going to be healing up, especially once he gets that Brewmaster's Balance talent pretty effectively. Unstable, getting harassed here from Mishko and Lunan, but able to back out and gets a bit of damage onto Lunan as well. And Mishko and Lunan, though, clearing the wave pretty effectively. The shrines are open. Lunan immediately taking a bit of burst damage Nice use of the boomerang talent there. Michiko immediately haunting waving out so that he doesn't get caught by Sebkaya. Sorry, Sebkaja. I was told I was pronouncing that wrong.
Yeah, I pronounced it Sebkaya.
So did I, but it's wrong, apparently.
Sebkaja.
Sebkaja or something like that. Andy Lendy rolling in here, going to be absolutely wrecking these towers and the gate. Michiko does get stunned. Does have Haunting Wave up to escape if he needs it, but currently not using it, just dropping down all his Withering Fire onto Andy Lendy.
Yep, as Andy Lendy now hammering away at this fort. Is going to back out, took quite a bit of damage there. They are maybe going to hang around here as we have Chen and Tasta come down. They're looking to maybe chase up onto this. Lunan, though, double stun onto him, plus the Hunter's Mark means that he is no more. Costa has come in, though, but retreats more or less immediately, as Andy Lendy still using that Battle Axe on the Dragon to deal some damage here. Is going to knock Mishra away as they now engage straight up onto Costa.
Costa, though, tanking this up pretty effectively, even takes a nice Ice Lance to the face, and is regenning nice and effectively. 69 health per second. That amplified healing really helping him out here while standing in that healing ward. In the meantime, though, Tyrole's been pushing in this top lane and getting his team a nice amount of XP.
Yep, and they're about to hit level 10 off of this one as well. There it is. Expect the pretty standard heroics to come out. I know we saw Na'Vi take Shadowstalk onto Rande last week.
Yeah,
could potentially work out with this
very
comp.
funny.
The amount of the CC chain they have just come out, bam, one Tyrande stun into Uther stun.
Invisible Judgment is the most terrifying of judgments.
It is.
Tyrande is waiting, but it's going to be the Starfall. But keeping us in suspense for a bit. BKB dropping his shield down. He has taken the shield explode, which is allowing him to just deal that little bit of extra damage, basically the full damage build. BKB going on to Costa here, kicks his way out, but the entire team is here. There's the CC train, and down he goes with the vulnerable talent. Chen does get burst.
Yep, and confirmation is that it's Sevkaya. The B is pronounced a V, Sevkaya.
Cover. Okay. Fair enough.
BKB and co with Sevkaya in tow. They're going to take away this hard camp. That's the end of my rhyming. And then probably rotate towards this mid lane after creating somewhat of a good amount of pressure on top here. Or they could look to get the pick here onto Lunan here, completely separated from the team. Going to fall very quickly. They could in fact turn onto Fiat as well, but they're not going to, and maybe just push with this hard camp.
Yep, and we're seeing Fiat just trying to use his multi-shot at the moment to clear out that those bruisers in the top lane. And I would like to point out that the build here from the Valor is in fact using Arsenal, which is a talent we don't really see being taken very often anymore.
Yeah.
Usually players seem to be going for the Manticore or even the Vampiric Assault just to get that little bit of extra sustain or that little bit of extra damage out. As Arsenal doesn't really do too much. BKB getting engaged upon Water Elemental to try and help BKB escape here. And that will allow him to get out. Water Elemental, though, will go down without getting too much damage in.
There's a great Hinterland Blast here somewhere.
Waiting in the bush. Yeah, he's waiting for the engage. BKB does have it available. There's the Judgment onto Fear. Ancestral Healing was not enough. Fear does go down. The barrel being used here. But now Costa is out of position, not brewing up. He does get taken down. BKB chasing onto Lunan. Really long range haunting wave, but Michiko there. Lunan getting burst down. There's the vulnerable turn. There's the stun. And he goes down. And we're seeing ArthasS continue to push in here onto this fort, and it will go down. Andy Lendy backing up to go take the dragon.
Yep, as the rest of his team do push this one down. BKB pretty low. But he does have the support of the rest of his team here. Art trying to get some damage down here, stopping BKB's recall, but he gets punted all the way down into the bottom lane as Mishro again using that Haunting Wave to escape. Andy Lendy still doing a significant amount of damage here, and Tyrande again is going, or has taken these Searing Arrows, so going for a very DPS heavy build rather than that, rather than the healing ward at that level.
Yeah, but it seems to be working out for them. They have Ufa with the standard heals, and it's doing enough damage as is. So, enough healing as is with her own heal. But now, though, we're once again seeing ArthasS pushing in here, doing a lot of damage. And that Dragon Breath really clearing out this wave quite efficiently. But they're waiting for their wave to turn up before they push it in too far, due to the fact that everyone is alive here.
Full on DPS now with Huntress Fury being taken.
Wow, I love
Huntress
it.
Fury plus Searing Arrows.
It's a lot of damage.
That is.
Andy really does take down the 4. Art's going to get punted here. And down goes the tower too. There's only 4 seconds left in this Dragonite, so we'll likely only see some fire being thrown out. He won't dive in too far. And there we go. Going to be back now. Has only half health, but there's the engage. Costa getting burst. He goes down. Strafe is being used to the side here. Andy Lendy gets healed out of it, though. and Fiat being killed off by Lightning Breath does get wiped out, and that is a 2-0 in favour of ArthasS. Nothing that Senshi can really do about this, and that Ice Lance through the gate is a bit of a pain.
It is, just when you think you're safe, the Ice Lance just coming through there, finishing you off or getting a lot of damage down, and of course if it is on a chill target it gets reduced cooldown, the extra range as well as the Pierce, and the Icy Veins again coming in there onto Jaina. As the Shrine should be up relatively shortly within the next minute or so, as we're going to see Unstable come down here. Tyrael will come down too, grab this hard camp away, and then maybe push out this bot lane. We already see Tyrande and Uther preparing the easy camp as well. That's going to be a lot of minions down in that bottom lane, providing a lot of pressure as ArthasS will look to grab their third fort of the game.
Yep, and they won't have too much trouble doing this at the moment, as the fact that we don't even have the level 13 talents yet for Sailor Senshi, so if ArthasS do group up, they're not going to have too much trouble. falstad's already been back to base. Looks like he's going to fly up to help out Jaina in that top lane. Maybe they can get an easy kill onto Sylvanas. It's just Hydra and Civ Kaja, as I'm going to have to learn to pronounce it, going to be pushing in at this bot lane as much as possible. There's the far side, so they know it's just these two here. So if they want to engage, now would be the time. But in comes BKB. There is vision of him entering here. falstad can make his way down as well, which looks like he's doing. Jaina on the way too, so we're going to see the full 5 versus 5 again, grouping up in this bot lane. Fort goes down, like we said, not too much trouble with that. And Owl gets some vision of Costa.
Yep, this tower will give them that little bit more XP and it will near them towards that 16 milestone. And in theory they could grab this level 16 before Sailor Senshi hit level 13, but once they clear these minion waves here they are going to get that 13 talent as the Owl going through, scouting out. Andy Lendy using his Blizzard effectively there and can just chuck a Frostbolt through every now and then. In fact they did hit 16 before the 13 came in, but didn't really capitalise on it there.
Yeah, it was only slightly, but they still have level 16 talents when their opponents only have level 13s. And we're now seeing them fight over the Dragon Knight. And it's going to be Hydra who gets it, so not even getting it to their healer. And now they're actually going for a team fight here. There's the barrel. They use it to Andy Lendy. Separates him into the corner. He's getting burst down. He does go down, but Costa will pay the price. Ancestral does not go down. Sivculture is taking all the damage. He's actually able to survive though, thanks to that judgment out of BKB. And we're now seeing him in infantry. He's taking so much damage. Coming in for the chase, but he's now completely separated from his team. He will get taken down. That dimensional shift, not enough to save him. And that is a 3-for-1. Nice focus there onto the Jaina and onto the Tyrande, but it was not enough to take down Tyrande, and they lost too many members for it themselves. Lunan taking a bit of damage here, and he is able to escape though. And we did, just for a second there, see the Hammer Time talent has been taken from falstad, which gives him a mini stun when he attacks enemies that are slowed by his Hammerang.
Indeed, and I only have one question after that engage there. If only, or what would have happened, well, I'll continue this one after as Costa actually jumps in. They knock Mishko away. Unstable, Hammer to barrel roll out that one. Sebkai are not going to be so lucky this time round. Fear is now the target. BKB and Hydra doing a lot of damage there, but now they should probably start to back out unless they want to try and isolate Mishko. That is not the case. What would have happened if Andy Lendy took the Dragon Knight that time, huh?
I think that would have gone much better for them, but now they're coming into this 3 versus 3. Lunar gets taken down, and now they have no healer. We are going to see Sailor Senshi in full retreat. Art still gets chilled thanks to that water elemental, so he is still slowed. There's the Ice Lance. We're seeing the Prescience trying to keep him alive, but he does go down, and not enough.
Indeed, they're going to grab this keep as well. Costa with the barrel yet again here is just pushing Lendy away, but that shouldn't deter them too much. Or in fact it will. It's given them enough time for the Sailors' rest of their team to come up. They are going to grab this Siege Giant camp away though, which will do quite a big amount of damage onto that keep, and they could push behind it as well, but it looks like they're just going to back away and just deny that camp more so.
Yep, not too bad for them. The far side sees Hydra and Lendy. I think I just saw Hydra actually. I think Lendy went the top play. But does see him on the way to the easy camp, so they know it's being taken. Not much they can do about it though. However, they are using this time to grab their Bruiser camp.
They are, and that's going to be mirrored by the side of ArthasS, doing the exact same thing, as those Bruiser camps are going to meet in the top lane. They've left Costa to defend with this easy camp down here, and now we see the rotation of 3 other members come down. Art still, however, in the mid lane there. As the next contention will most likely be this bottom hard camp, and we see BKB just moving slightly southward, but Okay, now they're going to mount up and move down. They have Falstad in the top lane, who of course can fly. As it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. Grab this Bruiser Camp away, then grab that bottom shrine. Meanwhile, Falstad will control top, or his muscle might be needed down here as they could engage 5 versus 4. And a barrel in this position could be dangerous.
Yeah, but say essentially not taking the risk of engaging. They really should, though. This is like they're going to be their last chance to really fight while on even talents that they are at that level 16. They have that vulnerable talent on Sylvanas, so they might have actually a chance to burst now. Falstad is just flying to the dragon, though. He's going to be able to get that for free. BKB holding this shrine. They are engaging. There's the strafe and the silence coming out. Hydra taking a lot of damage. That barrel knocks him out of the strafe, though. That's not helpful at all. Dragonite is on its way down to health. There's a judgment onto Costa. Ancestral Healing will keep him alive this time. Semkasha does get taken down by the pure focus here. Dragonite is here to help, though, going on to Art. Art just running around in circles here with that dimensional shift here. Andy Lendy being chased away. Dragonite hunts Mishko into the fort, and he is able to dash out, though. Ice Lance coming down. Costa does dive far too deep. It gets taken down. In fact, most of them have Art getting burst down here by the Dragon Knight. He is going to go down. There's the shield on him. Try and keep him alive. Who was that who just died? That was Valor who got taken down. Art is just going to get punted away here. Unstable knows he can't catch him up. But BKB and Hydra are joining in this chase onto Lunan and Art. They're both super low, going in for the defense here. But even if they can't get the kills here, this is a guaranteed keep.
Yeah, and that was an overextension if I ever saw one. They couldn't just take the one throw there onto the Tyrande. They had to keep on going, and then Unstable came in this Dragon Knight and just turned the tides completely. They're going to get a second keep from this as well. 10 seconds left on the Dragon Knight would mean they're going to get this. I can't help but feel annoyed they haven't taken that bottom fountain yet. It's on such low HP.
It'll go down to minions when they arrive. They will be able to deal with that pretty nicely. Dragon Knight has now expired, and we are seeing everyone up for both teams. They are regrouping up. Having a look at some of the level 20 talents coming out of ArthasS here. Unstable, though, getting slowed, but he's able to dash out. Wailing Arrow does land on 3 members, but ArthasS are in such full retreat, they're going to be able to fight under their towers if they want to. They're all quite low on mana, so we'll likely see a couple of them fountain here. In fact, we do see everyone who's low on mana fountain. But yeah, finally, having a look at some of those level 20 talents, we have the Redemption coming out of Uther. There's the fly out of
the Epic Mount.
He has taken the Epic Mount, as we did see, but the barrels only came out, and Divine Shield's gone down onto him. The Ancestral Healing did go down onto someone as well. Fear's going to get taken down. Ancestral Healing used a bit too early there. Hinterland Blast bursting down Art so much. Dimensional Shift does keep him alive for now, but everyone else has gone down. Mishku is in full retreat. Art getting taken down. Double Dimensional Shift not enough. And the Epic Mount again. Unstable's not done with you yet. Mishko gets taken down. Haunting Wave not enough. And that is GG. ArthasS going to be able to take this and move on to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, the Ancestral Healing there didn't actually get too much value going down onto Fear. It probably healed about 300-400, which is not a lot when you really think about how much an Ancestral has the potential of it. But there it is, the court going to go down. ArthasS straight time taking this game, moving on, as you said, to the quarterfinals. 20-17 in level, 17 minutes 49 seconds over Sailor Senshi, and pretty good stuff from them. Knowledgeless hit the nail on the head again in chat. Chen didn't get much value out against ArthasS there. Every time he engaged, he just got absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, but he got some nice barrels. Like, he got one good barrel where he was basically able to trap Jada and allow the kill, but he dived far too far at the end there, so he didn't really get much worth. So, overall, okay by Sailor Senshi, but just not enough. ArthasS with that huge comp is absolutely beautiful. That Epic Mount was very funny.
It always is.
Such great chase potential. And Sevkasha, in fact, ran the Nexus Frenzy at the end there, along with his damage, his True Shot aura, so he was actually bursting pretty nicely. He got 28k hero damage at the end, which wasn't too bad. It was actually a little bit more than Tyrael on his team, who was in the front line doing a lot of damage as is, and more than pretty much everyone on the other team, except for Valor and Sylvanas, the 2 actual dedicated damage dealers.
Yeah, I mean, you just said it. I mean, Uther as well there. Top healing, of course. Rhaegar didn't really get too many of the Great Ancestrals down. He tried channeling them onto Costa, but by that time the Judgment came in, which meant his brew was interrupted. Jaina burst came down, the Sebkaya vulnerability came as well, and just...
Yeah, and even the mini stun out of Falstad interrupted the brew every time, which just allowed him to get taken down so quickly.
Yep, exactly right. And that is going to be it, guys. We're going to be moving on to the next game, which will be Mouse Control up against Team ArthasS. We're going to take a break. We'll see you in just a few minutes.